Coming up on The Unpopular Party.
How exactly did you get on the show?
I already kind of knew Bobby prior to the show.
Were you there for Bobby?
No, and if we want to be honest, my wife that I'm with, I've been with her for 12 years. Lemmy, his wife, and all the other producers, they're in a studio room in the mansion, blocked off, with a whole bunch of TV set up and watching us live. So if he doesn't laugh, if he doesn't see something he wants to see, he comes out, be like, I can recast all you. Jason Lee is, he pulled me to the side like, if you're gonna sit here and break up fights and do nothing, we can have you edit it out of the whole show and you can go home now. But he was, remember? I'm not gonna name no names, but people had STDs. So now you got real beat, like maybe with Cash or Island Boy, they didn't threaten you. And now you scared, like, or savage, and now you gotta go home.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Malik Taylor. And today, we have a very special guest joining me. We have Soul from the TV show Zeus, Bobby, I Love You, Purr. Hey, Soul, how you doing today?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me, man.
No problem. Of course, glad to have you here. You know, this interview has been a long time in the making, so I'm glad we can finally get this squared away. Are you ready to dive into some questions, dive into your time and all that good stuff?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Come on.
Say less. So before we get into all of that, I'm gonna just let you know, for the people who just need a refresher of stuff, just introduce yourself to the people, let them know who you are, give them a little brief, just talk to the people.
Cool. What's going on? My name is Soul. That's the name I got on the show. So once they named me, I it kind of stuck and it went with me. I usually go by Real Live Pro, so I just changed it to Real Live Soul. I'm a 31-year-old entrepreneur, content creator. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm from the trenches, a regular dude. I'm not too much. I like to play the background, be low key, listen to my music, mind my business, and that's all.
Yes, sir. So we love to hear it. So now, I do want to get into some things because, like I said, this is, if I'm not mistaken, being on Bobby's show, that was like your first introduction into reality TV, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Okay. So walk me through that experience. How exactly did you get on the show?
Oh, okay, cool.
Did you go through the audition process? Did you see flyers and stuff? Walk me through that process.
Okay, well, mine's a little different. Me, I already kind of knew Bobby prior to the show. Okay. We were kind of like mutuals. He would, like a few of my posts, stuff like that. So once I seen him post it, he was like, "Hey, I'm auditioning for my show." I'm like, "Put me on the show." I'm, just joking around, but he said, "I can't do that. Zeus will have to, pick you. You'll have to audition. And Zeus would pick you, you know what I'm saying?" So I just auditioned playing around. Like I pulled out my phone, was like, all right, I'm about to audition. I was like, what's good? Like I drugged my audition tape out. They said make it 1 minute. I said, I'm just me. Like, you gonna pick me for me? And I was just chilling, smoking the rest of the video. And they actually called me. Like, I guess they wasn't expecting somebody like, I guess quote unquote masculine, whatever you want to call that. I don't, I don't get it. Me, I'm a bisexual male, and this was like my gateway into. I already was like out to a lot of my people, but this was my way of being like out. I'm open, like I mess with both sexes, and I kind of wanted to come on this show to show a lot of niggas like from the hood, a lot of DL guys or just dudes that would rather not say that you don't have to be ashamed. Women will still like you. Your family will like you, whatever you're doing. You just need to do you, and you got one life to live, so just live your life.
Yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned that because in some of the fan questions, we're going to get into it, but we had a lot of people from like boys and girls. They was like, ask him, like, is he looking? Is he single? So it's glad that you was able to have this platform to like display it. And I was going to ask, like, did you know Bobby or have any like, run-ins with Bobby before you got on the show? Because if I'm not recall, it wasn't like a big open audition, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like something he posted the flyer and the audition and it was up for like 2 weeks. Something like that, and I think not even a week or two. So whoever was on his page was able to see it and apply. So, and it was just real quick. And I didn't think nothing of it. I don't know about the Zeus Network at the time. I'm not a reality show guy that much no more. But me, let's not play around. Growing up, I watched Real World, America's Next Top Model,
the classic,
Love, Chance. I was engulfed in all of that until I just got about 15, 16, and I was outside. But this let me bring all those little manifestations back. Like, I do want to be on a reality show. It's pretty cool, yeah.
Okay, so walk me through the process. Okay, so you submit the audition tape.
Yeah, I submit the audition tape. Cool.
And,
And they end up hitting me. He said good news. He texted me like 4 days later, like good news, you'll be hearing from somebody. So I'm like, yeah, all right. Like so I get a call, like I'm in I still remember I'm in Foot Locker looking for some shoes. They say I get a call. They're like, hello, you've been picked for the click. Like, you know, it sounds like a sweepstakes thing. Like they call back, click, blocked. Like, you feel me? Like they call from another number. They say, please don't hang up. It's the Zeus Network. Like, I'm like, okay, like, all right, talk to me. Like, and they was like, well, yeah, we're gonna pick you to fly. I said, I kind of was just joking, so don't really, because you know now pressure's on now. So I'm like, they want me to fly away for a certain amount of days. I can't do this. So I'm like, okay, no. And then they said, just let us know if you want to come back. I was like, I can't do that. That's not gonna fit. So they end up just keep calling me. You know, I'm like, why they want me? Because I guess they really like my tape and like how I was messing with them. But they wanted me. They convinced me like it'll be a good thing. I'm not an introvert, but I'll say I'm an introverted extrovert. If I'm not comfortable, you won't see me. So I was like, this ain't gonna go. But so I eventually just agreed to it. They telling me like, you don't have to do nothing, just like come. They really downplayed everything. Like, you know, so how far you want me to go?
Hey, it's your stage. So as far as you want to.
Cool. So they sent me that. They was like, we're gonna fly you out. They was like, we're gonna fly you out. I still remember they called me July 1st, and then they said July 10th we're gonna fly everybody out. Y'all gonna meet at a hotel, sign contracts, XYZ. So it was really that quick. It went from like I swear it was mid-June when it was probably June 17th, 18th of 2022 when I applied. Got a call July 1st. Was flying to Miami with a driver. Like Zeus Network, they rolled out the carpet. I've never been treated so good like this. Like I woke up, I had a driver waiting out here, like VIP black truck. They take me to the airport. They carrying all my bags. They fly me down. We stand in this lovely, you know, airport by the beach. Lovely hotel by the beach. It's close to the airport, but I get to slowly meet everybody in the hotel. So as everybody's coming in, we get to slowly see each other. Like a lot of us are OnlyFans content creators, which one of them being me. But so we recognize each other. We don't know each other, but we like, that's you from Twitter. Like, so it was, you feel me? It was initially cool. I was like, they got the stars here. They got the nobodies. Like they don't even have a social media presence. They got the inspiring influence over. So it was a good mix of people, and you got the white boys too. So it was cool. I loved it. Everything was great at this hotel. Everybody was getting along, and everybody was drinking. We were just building a brotherhood, and they seen that, so they had to cause a rift for us to have a good show. I guess they thought they had to cause a rift in everybody for them to have a good show because some of the beefs were real, but they were amplified by producers and stuff.
Thanks too, though. Who, me? Yeah.
I'll get them done. I don't take it myself.
You know what's going on?
Welcome, guys.
I ain't never been attacked.
Hell yeah. Cash. So welcome to the premiere of Bobby, I Love You, Purr.
Yeah. So if you got any questions on how that stuff rolls out, I could update you.
Yeah, that's actually like a perfect segue because, like you said, I was gonna ask like what walk me through day one because, like you stated, you're in the hotel, y'all. It's filmed in Miami, right?
Yes, it's in Miami. It's like we haven't been told like where we're gonna be at though, but we know we're gonna be somewhere in Miami on the water, some big mansion. So we're all just talking about the what if. So everybody's just so happy the what if. We just trying to see what's going on. So all right, 2-3 days go by, and then eventually on Wednesday, I'm thinking it's like a Tuesday or Wednesday, they call us all down for a meeting in the lobby. So they tell us like we're gonna be pack up your bags, we're heading to the house. So we do all this, they get us ready, like, but first, before they don't tell us nothing, they just say we're going to the house. So they load us on this bus. They start bringing us all kinds of tequila, they started, plying us with the libations, getting us ready. I'm thinking we're just party, happy to Miami, welcome to Miami. Here's your your little niceties. But oh no, they knew what they were doing. We was like, we're gonna get them good and drunk, and we're gonna leave them on this bus for hours. We're gonna get them agitated. We're not gonna answer. And we're gonna take their phones, like we're gonna give them back. But they was like, what I'm saying? They didn't take my phone. They took a couple people's phone, but just to make it more tense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like sending people like, hey, let me see your phone real quick. I did not know they was purposefully making this a tense situation before we even got off the bus. So with Jason Lee, he's on and off the bus. Like, we have pulled up to the mansion, but it's a big gate, and we can see the top of the mansion, and we're like, why can't we get up there? Security's like, no, not yet. And Jason Lee, he's coming on and off. The CEO, like Natalie, everybody's there from Zeus, so they're hyping us up, just getting us ready to perform. And I'm just looking like they're up to something, but I didn't care. I'm so happy. I got new friends around me and stuff. Like, so eventually they leave us on this bus so long to where we're mad, okay, and agitated. And soon they was like, okay, come on, guys, we're going in the house. And soon as we get off the bus, lights, camera, action, security, the whole Zeus team is right there. You know what I'm saying? Soon as we get off the bus, they before we get off that bus, Island Boy and Cash, they were arguing with Dimitri. This is the build up to that big fight, the opening scene. Okay. They were arguing with Dimitri just because you know how Dimitri has this "I'm better than everybody" attitude, but if you are not insecure, you are not bothered by Dimitri's energy. So they just didn't like him from the what is it, the hotel. They didn't like him from the bus ride. Dimitri, let's pick on not the weakest link, but let's pick on the one that's different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking like, what is this? Like, so they're just getting drunker and drunker, mouthing back and forth. By the time we get off the bus, like Jason Lee, everybody's the messy ones. They're really hyping us up. Like, what's that? What's this? What's that? You know, really touching everybody's button just to get them mad. And I didn't know it was gonna work like this. I'm coming from like the real world Jersey Shore days. I thought they was just gonna put us somewhere and let it happen. But I slowly realized they created a controlled environment every time, and always brought up old beefs. Like as soon as we got off the bus, they was like, Dimitri, Island Boy, you're gonna let them do you like that? Like, they cut off all that stuff. But behind the scenes, the producers, the women back there, they run the show. The little black women that you just see with the glasses, just real quick, they run everything. Tamika, I think her name is. You feel me? They run everything. Like,
okay,
they are the puppet masters. They're the puppet masters on everything. But let me give you even this one. Lemmy, his wife, and all the other producers, they're in a studio room in the mansion, blocked off, with a whole bunch of TV set up and watching us live. It's a live setup. So Lemmy and them is in there watching us live as we're shooting the show. So if he doesn't laugh, if he doesn't see something he wants to see, he comes out, be like, I can recast all you motherfuckers. Like, I don't know what y'all wanted to see. Like, it's not fake by any means. It's not fake. It's not scripted. It's just a controlled environment. Like, and putting things in place and seeing what we do. You know what I'm saying? And like, so if things were funny, you would hear the people in there laughing. Like, Jocelyn was there. Everybody, we got to meet the whole Zeus, everybody. But they just kept them off camera until there's certain episodes. Okay. But they were there hyping us up, stuff like that. Yep.
So basically, like you said, it was like a control area, and this whole time, all this mess and stuff is going on. We also got Lemuel and Janisha. They in the house as well, watching it. It's like they're encouraging the drama.
Yeah, everything, all the mess is encouraged. All the mess is encouraged. I did not know that because he would come and yell at us, but that was just to make us tense and nervous. You know what I mean? He's just out to set us straight. Like, whatever he's yelling in that moment, he does not mean. He's just covering his ass as a boss. Y'all better get to work, get to fighting. Give me a show. Like, I'm spending money. Give me a fucking show. You know what I mean? That's what I got. And like, it was great. Like, me seeing him do that, put all that together. I know it's drama, but guess what? The drama's controlled. So, but me, when the cameras was off and everybody was just chilling, I got to see black excellence. Lemmy, his squad, the way he handles business, everything is professional. Any mess that you see is cultivated, and they delivered it to the news on purpose. Lemmy don't move like that. None of these people move messy. Like, Lemmy got his shit together. All these people are real classy. Even Scotty. Like, Scotty is a low-key, classy, but you got to remember, I just knew Scotty right after her film in Baddie South, and she's a different person from Baddie South now, so I couldn't really speak on that. But Scotty's a real reserved, good person. They chill, and everybody is off until they hit that camera and be like, come on. That's why I can respect it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, wow. And it's kind of funny you mentioned that because that's kind of like the stuff that I be seeing in some of my videos and stuff, and I'll be talking about. I was like, it's all very like you could tell it's very calculated. And even as someone from a viewer behind the scenes, like you stated, you know, you guys have spent X amount of time in the hotel. You guys have been okay. Y'all have been having fun for the most part. And then once the camera started rolling, they know which buttons to pick to add to you guys, was kind of like makes sense with the first episode. So I'm gonna also ask you, walk me through it. Okay, you guys have probably been on the bus all day, if I'm not mistaken. You guys have been drinking. You guys probably stuff that's not really that big of a deal. You're starting like, okay, it's a big of a deal. You guys are off the bus. You're in front of Bobby, Roland Ray, Jason Lee, and you see all this fights break out. What is your process when this is going on?
Me, well, truthfully, I did not know we were insane. I'm thinking like we're gonna wait till we get inside and we're gonna they're gonna tell us what we need to do. But little do I know, this is the scene. Soon as I stepped off that bus, time is now. So once they started fighting, I'm just sitting back looking, mouth open, like I know nobody's gonna hit me. Like I know I never felt a threat in the house just because of. First of all, I'm cool with everybody, and secondly, like, why would somebody like try me? Like, it don't even make sense. Like, they wouldn't do me like that. But so I'm just watching. I'm watching everybody just go crazy, and I'm watching security halfway break it up, but push them back. Like, oh shit! Like, cause they remember we are the dudes, so they're not breaking us up as quick as them, and we're not important as the bad boys. So we ain't got like no real reputations or no pull to be like, get these motherfuckers off of me. Like, you know, Jonathan or Orlando, or let's just say. They're a little bigger than us. Their social media clout was bigger, so they could tell the security what to do. But on our show, since we were all like relatively micro influencers, if you could say that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Micro influencers. We ain't up here. We're down here, so we couldn't really, you know, we ain't got no pool. This our first rodeo. We're looking around like what a lot of the dudes on Bad Boys, not most of them, but a lot of them, they've been somewhere before. This is not their first rodeo as far as lights, camera, action. But with us, it was all new. So I just was eating it up, just watching everybody fight, trying to break it up and calm people down. And Jason Lee, he pulled me to the side like, if you're going to sit here and break up fights and do nothing, we can have you edited out of the whole show and you could go home now. Wow. But he was like, if that's what you're here to do, is just be cool. And then me and him got in a little, we cool off camera, but since the cameras was rolling, he wanted to hit me with that shit. And I'm like, y'all didn't beg me to get here to do that shit. So I was the main one cussing everybody out because I was so calm. And then once they tried to force something out of me, I said, that's not real. That's not why I came. That's not reality TV. But I had to learn what was going on. Now I know how Zeus works. If they were to throw me on another show, I would know how to perform, even though I just was like, I'm not performing because I'm no circus monkey. But little did I know, I did not know, like, look, you agreed to act and turn up and act. I'm thinking like, no, I don't want to be seen. Like, I'm not like this. Like, my people are going to know I was getting puppeted. Like, I can't do that. My people know me from being calm. But yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It seemed like, you know, a lot of people really did vibe with you because you were the calm one on the show, and not necessarily like you was like the introverted one, but you was just more laid back. You didn't really get into a lot of fights. You didn't really get into like a lot of arguments, and it seems like, you know, that was just your personality relaying on the show. Now, I did want to ask, like, you know, on that first day when like all the like fights and stuff happened, what was kind of like the downtime process to like, did like everybody just fight and then like, okay, let's just go to bed, like, and it was just like. They just
see,
it was
like we would know, like after that first night, it was crazy because the initial night, let's just say we got off that bus around like 10 or 11. The cameras was right there. We shot till about 2 in the morning. Cameras go down. Cameramans don't just leave all the time. They cool people. They just cut the cameras off, light up blunts, turn up with us. It's a party. It's still a mansion. Like, we still got a mansion right here. So, but that first night, everybody went. The security, everybody went home, and they just left us to enjoy the mansion from like 2 in the morning, and everybody just stayed up just as long as they could to about 4 or 5. Happy out by the pool. It's glowing in Miami, warm night. It was great. We just all calmed down, but everybody was still mad at Dimitri. Dimitri was the only enemy at that point.
He was the one that was pissing everybody off, and that was he left before he got a real official name, so. It kind of like made sense of his purpose. Come in and stir this drama, and then like, So it makes. Now, I do want to ask, so like, you know, like you said, with the downtime and stuff like that, do you feel like a lot of people were there, like you said, because you see now, is it really like, it's not really like a love show. It's like, we're here to perform. Do you feel like a lot of people was really there for Bobby? Do you feel like people was really trying to look for love? Or do you feel like it was just one of those things like get your 15 minutes or get your fame, get your moment, and then go? What do you think your process was on that?
It was completely come and get your fame and go. It was completely that. And
were you there for Bobby? Like, did you want to be with Bobby? Like, did you want to win?
No. And if we want to be honest, my wife that I'm with, I've been with her for 12 years. She got me hip to Bobby Lights. She's the fan of Bobby Lights from the show. We both bisexual. We both open. And a lot of my content is I'm not gay for pay. A lot of people are like, he's gay for pay. I'm not gay. I'm a bisexual man that's with a woman that likes to turn up sometimes in my content with other people. So I've been married. That, like, they know this. Like, they know they wasn't getting in my phone because of that stuff. Just you're not gonna embarrass my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Because I was gonna wait, but we hear it now. Because I was gonna ask you, what was in that phone?
If you want to be here, you gotta give me your phone.
I'm gonna have to turn this one down.
I got eliminated on the technicality, really, because okay, here's how it went. We were all playing in the kitchen, just chilling. They was like, okay, we're gonna take these phones. It's time to do this. I was like, okay, and I just gave them to him, and I thought once we cut scene, they were giving us our phones back, and I'm like, okay, so can I get my phone back? And I truly will tell everybody now, it's not what was in the phone. Bobby knew I was in a relationship before the show.
He knew what it was.
Yeah, we were all there just to turn up because he like, bro, it's a good look for the show. Turn your fucking brand up. Come, make it look like you want me, stupid. Like, and make it work. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, you got to remember, even though my brand is this big, I still have to make sure my brand looks good. My little people that follow me know me for standing on my business. So once I was like, give me my phone. You know what I'm saying? Give me my phone back. And they was like, we're going to keep you guys' phones until the challenge starts. And then we're going to go. I said, so y'all really going through phone? I was like, I'm a man. If anything, I go through Bobby's phone. I said, you think I would submit to a nigga? I said, you think I would submit to another nigga? Like, you could open my phone without getting choked out or cussed out? Like, no, give me my phone. They was like, okay. Well, they got scared. Like, well, here's your phone. They was like, well, since you're gonna be like that, they was like, you could be the first one on the phone challenge, and you can just say no, and we can just send you home after that since you don't want to participate. I'm like, yeah, stop playing. That's why when I walked in, I was already looking like no, like you feel me?
Because I did go back to before this interview. I did go back to watch that episode, and I could tell like you was really like, bruh, like chill, and that was like that's kind of like the vibe I was getting on you. And so since we here now, when you did get eliminated, was it like a thing like you was sad, or you was just like you was ready to go?
I was sad. I was sad because once I got back to my thing, I was a little emotional because once you spend like 2 weeks, this is my first time in Miami. I spent 2 weeks, like they're paying us, they're giving us a check every week. They're paying us per diem every day. They got private chefs. We're jumping off of yachts every fucking day in Miami. Not they didn't record that shit. Oh. They didn't show us taking to the club VIP and giving us a bottle every night.
I went to the club,
bro. They took us to different Miami clubs, booked us, had us like the baddies. But since it's a love show, they didn't know what to show, and it was the first and only of its kind. I'm like, bro, they wanted to see us doing what the baddies do too. Yeah. Like we was out doing we did everything the baddies do. They just didn't show it. We went to the dinners. We did all that. Like we did everything. They just only showed what happened in that house because I guess they thought that they just wanted to see us fight. But
and it's I feel like that's kind of like what Zeus do now. Unfortunately, you know, like a lot of their viewers, they just want to see like the boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
but I feel like,
I said, yeah, just real quick. And
but I feel like when it comes to like the of love shows, we do kind of miss that stuff where we see like the one-on-one and the challenges and stuff.
I knew it was going to be different because I come from the Flavor of Love days. So I just knew this was going to be Flavor of Love. I thought we was going to have hidden cameras in the room. I'm in the room watching my mouth like, you know what I mean? Like, whole time we ain't got no cameras in here. Like you know what I mean? But we didn't even have a mixer. You know what I mean? Like, that first night, should have been a mixer. After that fight, we should have all been a mixer to where we can all go to Bobby. You know, on the first Flavor of Love, or all of them, they have that mixer. Everybody gets to mingle and try to fight for Bobby that first little night. You know what I mean? But we didn't even do that. They just sent us straight into challenges without knowing nothing about nothing. So I felt like we were just it was kind of like just a game show at that point. Like,
yeah,
like they was like, okay, we got another challenge and another challenge, and they send me home on the phone challenge and have a boxing challenge the very next one. I was mad, but I was sad and mad I got eliminated. But I had to stand on my principle because you're not checking my phone. And it would have went well because they were really just trying to find more information about the handler situation. That's all that phone situation was about. They were digging deep. Who know the handler? Who been telling him shit?
Okay, put a pin in that handler conversation because we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
Cool.
Because I do got some questions about the handler, but it's like when you guys stay home, you was like, dang, because you know it's like this. Like, no question. Do y'all really actually go home, or do y'all still like stick around until like filming is completed?
We get booted. As soon as you get home, you get booted. It's okay. So when they sent me and Savage, we got sent home the same night. We got eliminated that same night. We went, we packed our stuff. They came out, gave us like a round of applause. You know, everybody, we shook all the producers' hand, and then they take us and they drive us to the hotel. And we go back to that same hotel where we stayed at the first time. Mm-hmm. So we just all the eliminated people just chilling at the hotel until our flights come. They're like, you want to stay in Miami a little longer, or do you want to go back home right now? I want to stay in Miami. You feel me? So they just let me stay in the hotel about 4 more days, run around Miami. You feel me? Just like it was just great. So I'm not mad about nothing. I do have my grievances on how they did that, but I can say that about baddies. I can say that about bad boys. So yeah, it was cool.
Okay, now let's back it up a little bit because we didn't kind of jump ahead, but I do want to back it up to when you got your naming ceremony, and it was the nicknaming ceremony. How did you feel when he gave you the name Soul? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Like, how did you really feel about that?
It fit perfectly. I was very worried about the name they was gonna give me. I thought it was gonna be something funny, but everybody always jokes and say I look like Makai Pfeiffer from Soul Food. So that's where that came from. They was like, it's giving soul food. It's giving soul. That's where that came from. They always say soul. So I was like, ooh, and that went cool. I was going by Real Live Pro. That's just my name. So I just changed it to Real Live Soul. But I'm soul now. I'm soul now.
That fits more. Now, do you think Bobby actually gave you that nickname? Or do you think there's something like the producers behind the scene was like, I feel like he looked like a soul, so we're gonna tell Bobby call him Soul? What do you think about that?
I seen it roll off of Rolling Ray's tongue. I seen it when he thought about it. He was like, he's giving soulful because he been calling me Makai Pfeiffer, so you know what I mean, the whole time. So he was like, it's giving soul food. So and then Bobby said, yep, soul. So I was like, oh hell yeah, perfect. Because I ain't want nothing stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, and soul does fit you too. I will say that. Like it makes sense. Speaking of Rolling Ray, were you shocked when you saw him roll out and you was like, okay, it's gonna be a show, Bobby, I Love You, and Rolling Ray is filming? Were you shocked? And what was your thought process and experience filming with Rolling Ray?
Okay, Ray off camera is so sweet and cool. He's cool as hell. He be chilling, man. If Ray ain't getting like a check and going home, you know what I mean? He wants to get paid. That's it. But he's chilling. Ray was just chilling, and I was just looking at him like, boy, you in this wheelchair, you be working. Like, he be up. Like, I'm like, you need to go lay down. Like, I done told him he need to go back to his room a few times. Like, he be out, he be drinking, he be smoking because he smokes cigarettes too. And I be like, go lay down. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your health. Like, but he's good people. I love Ray, actually. I just hate how they made it the Rolling Ray and Bobby show. I just wish he was the friend who was just there sometimes. But I think they really incorporated him more and Hot Wheels more so they could have a spectacle. They wanted us to laugh at the wheelchair spectacle.
And I do kind of feel that when I did see Hot Wheels on there as well. Also, plus it probably was like a thing to add Rolling Ray on the show because if it's just a thing like Bobby.
The conversation, the conversation they had.
The conversation, and they're funny, and also, is people gonna have that extra to just watch it solely with Bobby by himself.
Man, because he had that extra power, extra influencer power.
Yeah, so it's just like we shall see. Now, I do want to get into like this handler situation because that became a big story. It was like, is it for the love of Bobby or is it for the love of the handler? Because it was like a thing. Everybody was hooking up with the handler. Can you shed some light on what that situation was? Were you hooking up with the handler? How did that happen?
Okay, well, coming into the house, like me, I've always been that guy that people will genuinely leave me out the conversation because they know I will cause a rift and it not tell on nobody, but be like, come on, bro. Like, so I didn't know that was the Hamler situation was going on until that elimination when they started talking about like somebody's in here fucking, and I'm like, oh, like we're not brothers. Why y'all fucking? I thought we was brothers. Like, but okay, but all right, cool. So I'm not used to that. You know, this is my first time even being around gay guys like this. Like, I don't go to gay. After the Bobby show, now I'm getting booked to do gay club. I'm doing gay things, and I'm happy to do it. But I'm always I'm still ping pong. Like, all right, I see y'all niggas. I'm going gay tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of me. But so I was just taking it all in. Like, I did not know how like gay dudes like just was mingle around each other. And then I should have known eventually. After the fights, something was gonna happen. But Island Boy and the handler Davion, they just they gravitated towards each other. They still together to this day. They are still together.
So they're like together. Like this wasn't like just no show thing. Like they are together.
Yeah, man. Me and Island Boy are cool. We don't talk as much no more. But after the show, like we got real cool. I was down in Houston messing with him, all that. But they together. Like, you know what I mean? They vibe. Like, you know what I mean? I know he had to be there for Bobby and win the show, but when you vibe with somebody, it's crazy. They was vibing, and then like they had to stop for the show's sake, and they just kept vibing. But the only messy part is Island Boy and Cash, and then Cash and Savage. It was a bunch of people, but then I didn't care until they looped me into it because I didn't do nothing in the house. Like I would tell you, I'm a grown man. Like me, Hercules, and Rerun, we was girls. Like we was leaving and going to get girls and trans. Like we freaky. We the freaky boys who mess around. Everybody else is like strictly gay, like male. But me, Andre, Hercules. We'll do women like trans. I ain't gonna speak for them. I'm sorry, y'all, if I offended y'all or told y'all business. But I'm open book. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't lie. My thing is, I gravitated towards what's my roommate's name? He got me blocked now.
You talking about who's your roommate?
Man, he was my roommate on there. He got sent home. Fuck. TBD. Because in the hotel, he was quiet, reserved. He looked a little not scared, but just like, let's say reserved. So I gravitated towards him like, hey, you want to smoke? Like, chill. So by the time we got to the hotel, he was the one. You know how everybody usually just click with somebody. He was the dude at the new school that I got real close with because he just cool. Like Mason was cool, but I did not know his true intentions yet. Like his true intentions was to fake fights, argue, be catty and messy, but he was faking like he was semi-masculine. I do this because I like to say, what is masculine? I could be putting on the act for y'all. Like I could be acting. So masculine has no true look. Like you know what I'm saying? But that's what they call it. So I'm gonna go off of that. Yeah, he's like, cool. We just gravitated.
Get, Twitter riled up in that conversation because it's so but
I try exactly.
But if I'm not, he had to leave because he had to take care of his dogs or his
no, he was scared to death in there and people was gonna beat his ass. And he made up that damn lie to get out of there. That's why I don't respect him now. I'm like, I looked, he was my roommate. You ain't got no cats, bro. And if you do, bro, come on, bro. Like, nah, where did this come from? That's my roommate. We was in the same room. So I know everything that's going on. Where did this come from? You went from faking fights, planning fights with Crouton, doing that little fake shit, and to now you got real beef. Like maybe with Cash or Island Boy, they didn't threaten you. And now you scared. Like, or Savage. And now you got to go home. You know what I mean?
And then
that's what that was.
It kind of shows like, you can only fake the funk for so long. Now it's when it's in your face. It's like,
it was now it's a real fight. What you gonna do? You can fake a fight, but
but it did kind of. Now I did want to ask you because it did, from the viewer standpoint. When you watch shows like Flavor of Love or you watch, Of Love shows, you can kind of see like those bond building. You can kind of see like, okay, this is who he's gonna pick. This is kind of like that. Watching the show, I never really could tell like who's he's gonna pick because it never really seemed like the guys that have had a connection with Bobby. Did y'all ever have one-on-one time with Bobby? Did y'all ever have dates? Did anybody sleep with Bobby? Did anybody kiss? Did it seem like anybody want Bobby?
Boom. The two top dudes won the show before anybody went home. Andre, you already got history with him, so you know how X do. And Island Boy, he's the most like Island Boy is such a personality. Like, if you don't like, he's to be studied. Like, you could sit back and just watch him. Like, he's a movie by itself. So he's a. If he don't want you to get none of Bobby, you not gonna get it. I don't give a fuck who you are. He be like, but Bobby with me. Go over there. Go over there. Like, hey, so if he wasn't on Island Boy, he was on Andre, and then Andre sneaking up to his room doing all that. I didn't find that out until after the show or the reunion. I think the reunion. Yeah. But yeah, those two, they had it to where none of us in the house even wanted to compete no more. So we was just there enjoying the vacation, and that's why everybody else just started, I guess I on each other and shit like that. Like,
I was just about to ask, like, it seemed like most of the time in the house, like, they may not have been hooking up with Bobby, but it seemed like, maybe everybody was just hooking up with each other.
Yeah, and you can't blame them. Now, looking back on it, I was so mad at them for doing that because in the moment we was calling each other brother. But I have to remember, like, everybody don't take that word serious. So I was like, y'all was doing that, like, but I'm over it now. So I was like, why wouldn't you? Y'all building bonds if you actually. Like, see, because I'm not lusting for nobody in the house. But if you actually got lust and like, fuck Bobby, like, do your thing, like y'all. But y'all pissing me off because y'all got STDs now. Y'all talking about STDs, like, remember?
Ooh,
yeah. I'm not gonna name no names, but people had STDs. So
yes, I do remember that situation going on. Ooh.
And they lucky they were get rid of STDs.
Well, did they not do a screening test before y'all got on the show to like?
No, hell no. They ain't screen us for nothing but COVID.
So okay. So they didn't screen y'all for nothing, knowing it might be a possibility that y'all might hook up. Did they even do like psychological tests and stuff on y'all? It was just like
nope, no psych evaluations. That we could have been in there with a mass murderers. No psych evaluation. Like, a nigga could have picked up a knife and stabbed us in our sleep. But yeah, that's the part they don't think about. But that part, and they didn't give us no STD tests or nothing like that. No.
Oh wow. And the thing is, they probably would have loved to see somebody get stabbed, and they could just edit it how they wanted it. Just
exactly.
Go there. It's just, whew. Oh wow. So yeah, that is a lot going on. Let's see. So with the show overall, what would you rate your experience as overall on the show itself? Not the reunion just yet, but the show itself.
My experience?
Yeah, what would you rate your experience on the show itself?
I had to say a 9.
Okay.
I had a 9 out of 10. I had so much fun.
Okay.
I never had that freedom either. You know what I mean? I'm like, I felt free. Like, now I get to just be all the way out the box. Even though I'm not in the forefront, I was just in the back. Like, yeah, I like this.
Because you said y'all was there for like 2 weeks, right? Or how long?
Yeah, a month, really. They was there for a month. The whole show took like a month. So Bobby and Island Boy and Andre, the ones who lasted to the very last minute, it went on for like a month and a week. But mine, I went from July 10th, and they flew me back home on my birthday, July 24th. So it was exactly 2 weeks for me.
Okay. Oh, your birthday July 24th. My birthday July 2nd. So shout out to
July baby. Yes,
okay. So the reunion, not the reunion, the season is a wrap, and now we get to the reunion, in which I do want to talk about this reunion because a lot of stuff is coming out. You got people that's like irritated with Bobby. People are calling out Bobby. We're seeing stuff that we already know is true, from Hercules, majority of the cast being kind of quote unquote straight. And this, but what would you say was the sole reason and why everybody was like getting into it with Bobby? Because I remember seeing TikToks still saying like, I'm coming from Bobby. What was the mess or what was the stuff brewing up to the reunion?
See, I would say everybody was clout chasing with Bobby except for Island Boy, and maybe Island Boy let a little clout chasing get to him sometime because he got to be the star. Mm-hmm. But it was all. That's why I sat there with my glasses on, went to sleep with my AirPods on.
I was just about to say you asleep.
Yes, actually sleep. Like Tracks waking me up. Tracks waking me up because I had on my AirPods. I don't care about what's going on right now. Like Claudia, she thinks she's the fucking. I'm like, this ain't your show, Claudia. And then Jason Lee, like I was just annoyed. Like
you were just by that point, you were just irritated, and that's why I said you was like a whole meme. That meme, it
went up. I seen. I was like, no way. They memed me. That was my first meme.
The hoodie, the sunglasses, like you was. So you really don't really know about like all the fights and stuff that was happening because you was tuned out of it.
Yep. And every time I woke up, like they were all yelling. I tried to sit people down, break them up. They wouldn't listen. I said, fuck it. Like, y'all gonna do this all night because we were there for at least 5 hours, like sitting in those couches and stuff.
Oh my God.
No, I wouldn't say 5. I'd say 3.5 hours.
What time
Felt
did
like
y'all?
5 hours.
What time did y'all leave from there?
Probably like 4 in the morning.
Oh my god! And
Man,
everybody.
hold on, man. We was there all day. We got there like 6 in the evening, and then they had to set up the stuff. Man, we was there from like 6 in the evening to like 4 in the morning doing that reunion.
That's almost like a whole.
It was.
That's a
Yeah,
nice.
but the reunion payment that they give us is the same as it was a week on the show. That's that same check. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they want me to say how much. Like they was. I'll disclose it. You could get some Zeus payment disclosures on here. I ain't under nobody's contract.
Okay, because I always because I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna get in nobody's pocket, stuff like that. But I always want to know like how much Zeus pay y'all, just so like I can take into context, like, okay, I can see why they are doing this, or like why. If you don't mind, letting the people know how much was the Zeus checks.
Nope, it wasn't much. It wasn't much. We got 2,000 a week. 2,000 a week. That's just for our show. But the baddies, they get big bucks. You feel me? And they get paid for their club appearances. What the baddies get paid, I would have been in there fighting too. You hear me? Like what the baddies get paid, I'm fighting you for that. But we got 2,000 a week and $60 per diem a day. So I didn't know we got paid. Look, listen to me. I didn't know we were getting paid till they handed me this money. I was like, I came on here. I was like, all I needed was the eyeballs. Y'all paying me too? I was like, great.
Oh,
yeah. So 2,000 a week, and then they gave us another $2,000 check for the reunion.
So you probably walking away after a month of filming. That's about what, 10, 12K?
Yeah, but I was just for 2 weeks, and then they gave me a random one. I got three of those there and one for there. I made about like 8,000 from there, but different for the reunion. Island Boy will laugh at what I got for the reunion, because for the reunion he said, "Bitch, I'm not coming back unless they need to give me 5,000-10,000." Like him, he got the big bag to come back. He said, "There's no show without me. Why would I?" He said, "Why would I take little what y'all take?" You feel me? So Island Boy, whatever he got, he ain't tell me. He said, "I got big bag. Just know that." I tell everybody, I don't give a shit. I don't lie. Like,
but that just kind of paints the picture. I mean, like, 8K, 10K, I just seen people do more for less. So hey, it's some of your bank account.
Yeah.
So
and you gotta remember, some of these people, they don't have no social media. I had a social. I was at over 100,000 followers when I went on the show, but some of these people got 2,000-3,000 followers, and they just trying to be known. They know if they get eliminated right now, it's over.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, this show might be hurting my brand more than it's helping me personally. But so I liked it. I got some Zeus fans though. Yeah.
So it's like but I see what you're saying. It's like they're gonna make sure like I'm seen, because if this is my 15 minutes, I'm gonna stretch it to the last segment. So
especially Dingaling, Savage, and Hot Wheels, because they auditioned for Bad Boys.
Bad Boys Club.
Yeah, they was at the show. They're already under the impression that you got to just fight.
Mm-hmm.
They just and you can't blame them, because they didn't audition for Bobby. They auditioned for Bad Boys, and then they tapped them like, "Hey, you didn't make it on Bad Boys, but we got something else for you." Yeah, that's how that happened with them.
Yeah, because I do remember them being at the audition. So when I kind of saw like Bobby Shaw, I was like, okay, well, these are some of the people who, tried out for maybe Bad Boys, but they didn't get it. So it's like, okay, well, this is my chance to be seen on the show.
Definitely.
Interesting. So I do want to get into some fan questions that some people have sent in, but you kind of answered it in the beginning. I remember some girls and stuff was asking, they was like, what's his sexuality? Does he date other women? Does he date other men? Like, what's your type? Has soul found his soulmate? But you said he was married, but you can still tap, like, is it open? Like, let the people know.
Yeah. I'm married, been with the same woman for 12 years. It's not open. Like, sometimes we turn up. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes I just do videos with people, but I'm slowing down. I just had a daughter, and I've been backing off of the OnlyFans content. Like, I've been just doing like solo stuff lately, and I've been making more money on. Like, I started my YouTube channels. I've been on YouTube. I've been like just teaching what I know about, like, people been wanting to learn how to do. I'm real good at media. I went to school for media. I went to I just real good at hands-on. So if people since people want to know me something adjacent to because I only wanted to come online to get money. I'm only using. I'm from the streets. I don't care if I'm on here or not getting likes. I want $1. Like, you know what I mean? So I had to just realize, like, oh, I'm a influencer now. I can change my look. I can elevate. I just wanted to keep getting but a lot of those guys, they just was desperate, and they got to operate desperately. And I was I was on the show like I'm educated. Like I don't like I know I'm a OnlyFans kind of, but I got a little bit of ignorant moral. Like it's mine. May not be your morals, but these my morals. I'm not fighting unless like nigga. When I fight, it's life or death. I can take your teeth out, and you want me to fight over. You want me to fight over some he said she said, and you might go to the hospital and lose your teeth. Like I don't understand. Like
it's not that deep, and it kind of remind me like on Bad Girls Club with Jamie and Jazz when Jazz was like, "Yeah, I'm fighting, but I want to fight over some deep, like steal my credit card information or something." Then it's like, okay, now we got a reason to fight. This little he said she said stuff like it's not really valid. I did have a question though about the OnlyFans stuff because I do remember after Bobby's show, you would see like a lot of people, collaborate, create. Was it because I remember you collab with Savage? Was it kind of like weird, like collaborating with these people? It's like we just did a show, or was it like a thing like, okay, it's just business, let's just do it?
Me and Savage thing, it just turned in because we was after the show. I'm in Houston now. We was turned up so much, like we're together a lot. We like, let's get this money. Oh, I forgot they want to see us get this shit, like because we're like, oh, let's do the Soul versus Savage thing, like so. We just that was we're like, oh, let's get this money real quick, like you know what I mean. And that's the only time we did something, but it was awkward just when people were asking me like, hey, that's your castmate, that's your. I was like, all right, but in real life we just partying, turning up. I'm in the community, we just having fun, getting money, just doing stuff. But yeah, at some point you got to start looking at your digital footprint and just being disgusted sometimes. So you can't delete stuff, but you can evolve. And as long as you tell your audience what you're doing instead of just trying to be like, I'm too good for this, I'm moving on. No, just be like, I'm trying to grow. This is what I'm doing now. Y'all gonna either let me grow, you know what I mean, or let me go. Like you feel me? Like,
it's true. You either go with the journey or like
what I look like being a porn star. I love it. Like I love it, but I do not want to be known for that. That's why I was so happy to come on the Bobby show. I was doing on, and now a lot of people know me from this, and then now people know me from YouTube. Like, I don't care where you know me from, as long as it's you got some good feedback.
Now I do have another question because, like, with you, another fan question with you knowing like about the network and knowing Zeus Network. Let's just say there was like, hey, so we got another opportunity for you. Would you want to come do Bad Boys Club? Would you do it?
Yeah, I would definitely do it because I know how the dynamic works, and I would know what version of me I would need to bring to the show. You know what I mean? And I would need to, because me who came on Bobby show, a lot of people really like, they just like, oh, you just this. I'm like, you don't really know how I act. Where like I was looking at this like, because this is a dating show.
Yeah.
First of all, like a lot on Bad Boys and Baddies, the preface of when you're coming in, you know you have to fight. Me, I was the last thing I was thinking about was a fight coming into this show. I was thinking I was gonna be just nervous on how these one-on-one mixers was gonna go. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was nervous of. But I didn't know it was gonna turn into a Bad Boys 2.0. So I was disappointed. I thought I was gonna be able to tell my story like on the reunion when they cut half my conversation off. I was trying to make it comfortable for dudes like me to do whatever they wanted to do, so they ain't gotta hide and be ashamed
of who they are,
dirty, and be out here being dirty and stuff.
Yeah. And that's what it kind of felt like. It kind of did feel like it was like a Bad Boys season 2 because, like I said, it didn't. We never really saw one-on-one time with Bobby, and like you stated, like y'all really didn't have one-on-one time with Bobby.
Never got it.
It really was just like you really couldn't even say if you could connect with Bobby and like that because y'all never really just had that time. Right?
You could, and he'd just be up in his room most of the time when he at the house. He'd come out sometime, but. He be like, y'all could have came to my room. Y'all kind of like, bro, I don't chase, bro. Like if you know anything about me, even if I did want you, Bobby, if I did want you like that, I wouldn't chase you. I would just position myself to where you would come over this way. But I don't chase. I can't see myself even just like, hey, Bobby, hell no. Y'all lucky I'm here. And whenever you gonna send me home, you can send me home. Because I'm not looking for nothing. Like people was pleading. They wasn't pleading to stay with Bobby. They was pleading to stay on this show, get this money. Yeah, I'm not pleading for nothing. Like, I'm ready to go. I got my little 15 seconds.
Yeah. But overall, would you say like Bobby, like in the house, he was a cool person? Like personally, like off the camera type stuff, would you say like he's a cool dude?
Yeah, he's very cool. I had zero problems with him. We ain't talk much, but he's very cool. I will say this. He was on this stuff, and he was a little erratic sometimes, but now he's clean, and or so last I've heard. But I could tell when he's not on it, you can tell. But
Yeah.
he's off of it, so I'm pretty sure he's a lot cooler now. But when he was on that stuff, you could just tell he was a little short tempered.
Yeah. And which I do remember he's saying, like, he's on his journey to be clean. So, hey, shout out to him. Now, I do want to ask, we're going to do a little game here before we get off here. I just want to do a little game where I'm just going to name a person that was on the show, Bobby, I love them. And you just kind of give like a brief, whether it be one word or just like a brief little description of how you personally feel about them. Since we didn't have time to get through everybody, just going to, go by one. If that's cool with you?
Yep.
Okay. So let's start it off with Dimitri. How did you feel?
Real good, real confident. I like him and let him do his thing because he's a Leo like me, and I understood him.
Okay. TBD.
Weird.
Okay. You said he has you blocked, right?
Yeah. Because I won't answer his advances, and I think of you like a brother. Stop flirting. Every time somebody shows you some affection, it doesn't mean they want to do something with you. All right, next.
That is true. I will say that, a lot of people have that. Well, that's a little side, but I do feel like, sometimes it's okay to just see people as a brother or just, like, it's okay. Not every,
But I can't blame him when I have content online that's adult content, and that will have you thinking like, why? When I see you, I think sexual, so I get it.
Yeah.
But I have respect for people. If you have, I don't give a damn. I'm not talking about the OnlyFans till you bring it up.
Yeah. True. All right, Miss Mamas.
Very big personality. I like Miss Mamas. Real good. We cool.
Hot Wheels.
Drama. Hot mess. Hot mess. I love him too. He cool too. Even though he got me locked up.
Oh, he had you blocked too?
He had me locked up before.
Oh, locked up? What you mean by locked up?
In jail.
Oh, he got you in jail?
Yeah, we cool. We fixed it though. We had a little minor argument, and I snatched his phone and was like, "Bitch, who you gonna call, bitch?" I said, "I'll take care of your ass right now." I was his handler off camera for a certain amount of time, and we got into an argument. He said, "Bitch, I'm putting you in jail." I said, "You ain't gonna do shit," right? And I got locked up, but we fixed it though.
How long were you in jail for?
A day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a day in Harrison, down in Houston, mad as hell.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Mad as hell, but we cool now.
All right. Colgate.
Colgate, the most talented.
Yeah. He had a very nice smile too.
Yeah.
So yourself.
Misunderstood.
Okay. Savage.
Famous. He's the famous one.
Shout out to Savage. Tracks.
Class act, very smart. He's gonna be the biggest one out of all of us.
Yeah, because I remember Tracks. Tracks used to be on this TV show on
Chasing Atlanta.
Chasing Atlanta.
I didn't see it, but I just remember him talking about it.
Tracks was on Chasing Atlanta. He was real cool on Chasing Atlanta. And Tracks do the Pop to the Balloon series now. And
I love that show.
He does a good job at that. Shout out to Tracks. Big Purr.
Big Purr, he's a genuine. He's very talented, overlooked.
Yeah. Because Big Purr, he was funny sometimes. Okay, Big Purr. Yeah. It take rolling. Okay, Big Purr.
He's hilarious. Like, he's literally hilarious. He's a comedian. Facts.
Crouton,
loving, sweet.
Yeah.
Very loving and sweet. He never was bullshitty with me. He shared his stuff. Like, he'll make salads and coffees and we'll be like, "So you want some?" I like him. Yep.
Okay, shout out to Crouton. Dingaling.
That's my boy. That was my smoke buddy. He was the one I could just vibe with. But as soon as he get crazy, I'm sorry, brother. Once he start cussing people out, I disown him. But that's my boy. On the show, I'm just going off him on the show. My boy, my homie.
Yeah, because he one of the people like when he started going, it's like, oh, you got a temper, like
it's over. Yeah, I block him when he started. I don't block him, but I'm like, you getting unfollowed, bro.
Yeah. Go hard.
Very passionate Scorpio, and he just don't play. I miss him too. Well, I think he got me blocked too. We cool.
So what you doing to these people?
I don't. They don't like my genuine honesty sometimes. With him, I think I might have just let him have it or something he was doing or something. I might have said, commented something under his post like, "Bro, delete this." Like, I'm real blunt, and they don't be wanting that sometimes.
You one of them friends, and you the friend that like, and you know, a lot of people don't like that
Yeah,
sometimes.
they hate that friend until they go bump their head and come back, tell me that I was right.
Yeah. But you got to keep them type of friends around. I got friends like that. They keep you grounded. They keep you
I
sturdy.
swear.
But Go Hard was one of them people. Like when he was crying and like venting to Bobby, I was like, oh, is he? He must really be feeling Bobby.
He did, because they said, like Bobby was saying, he was into him before this show. He was into him hardly. He used to down there stalk him. So he was on there. Yep.
Okay. Hercules,
boy, motivational. He gonna get to the money. Motivational. He
yeah,
cool,
Hercules,
but can't put my finger on him. But motivational.
Hercules is one of them people. I remember he had that little speech at the Bobby I Love You reunion. He was like, he want to elevate and stuff like that. And I feel like Hercules is one of those people, like, you know, he just kind of got like sidetracked and stuff, but like, you know, that's really not like him. He's really not really like the rah-rah stuff for real.
Exactly. That was
Go ahead.
Completely. I was gonna say, like, I see more for him, like if he was to get back into fitness and basketball and stuff, like that's where he shines at.
Yeah, because he's a basketball player. He's really tall, isn't he?
Yep. Him and that's why I look short. I'm 6 foot. I look short on the show.
Oh, you're 6 foot?
Yep.
Oh, so these must have been giants.
Hey, Rerun and Andre 6'9", Island Boy 6'5", Cash 6'3", 6'4", Tracks, he's my height, 6 foot, but his hair make him tall. The only one that me and Trizzy same height, but his hair make him look way bigger. Me and Big Bird about 6 foot. Colgate, he's about 5'4". He's the short one. He's the only little, and you know, I look like a baby. And then they go next to in the pool scene, they gonna put me next to Hercules. Make me look like a damn shrimp.
Yeah, because these are some giants on the show.
Yeah, but he's like this tall. Yeah, I'm 6 foot even, like not 5'11". I'm 6 foot, 6'1" with some shoes on. But yeah, I was looking like a little kid because every time they see me in a bar, they're like, "You're taller than I." But I like that though. It was better than somebody like, I thought you were taller.
But sometimes that's how my subscribers be doing when they see me. They be like, "Oh, I didn't know you was 6'2". I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 6'2".
You feel me? Yeah. That's what's up.
Okay, Rerun.
I don't know, man. He got to find his lane, but he real. I was trying to learn from him in the house because he had been on Hollywood Unlocked. He had played basketball like probably overseas or somewhere like Hercules. Like these are dudes who done been in rooms. Like he didn't have the Jeffree Star shit. He done been viral before. So I'm trying to ask him like, how do I handle this? Like, what's next? And he was just like kind of shrugging his shoulders and stuff because he was like, you just take it how it is. And then like I was kind of looking at it like, why don't you want to share no game? And then I had to come to realize he had no game to share. He's just in it for the moment, I guess. And me, I'm trying to use everything as a stepping stone. So I'm like, what's next? What's next? And he was just like enjoying being in it. So I was like, okay, you like the drama of it all, I guess.
Yeah, he's just going with the flow, which is probably like a message there, dude. Like he's just like in the present.
Yep. But that's why people know him. You have a bigger following than me now on that and that take. Like people like that personality. I don't have that personality. Everybody's not meant for TV.
Didn't he date DJ Sky too from Baddies?
Sky from Baddies?
DJ Sky from Baddies?
Yeah.
What about her? Didn't him and Rerun and DJ Sky, didn't they date?
They did something. I think they either did something for a music video, and I know he got that. I know he did. I'm sorry, Sky. I never met you. Yeah, I did. I took pictures of her before, but because I'm a media school, once I was I'd be taking pictures, but I don't know these people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he hit DJ Sky.
But side note, you also be around with the baddies and stuff like that, because I just saw you was with Summer. That's on Baddies West Round. You be around them and stuff.
They just like whenever it's like if they booking the baddies in the city, you'll be dumb not to book me to host. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they're like, cause I'm not lit in the city, but I'm kind of lit. So when they be like, oh, like if we booking a baddie, why wouldn't we have another Zeus Network person on the show? Like they be like, even if they don't pay me, like even if they be like, bro, you want to host? We got a bottle in the section. You bring your people. Who would say no to that? Like, come on. Or I sit at home doing nothing. Like, you feel me? Letting my little quote unquote TV fame just fleet away. Nah, give me that. I'm outside.
You got to capitalize. All right, and finally, and but you already said before, but finally, Island Boy.
My favorite man, he's my favorite man. He's such I wish he would get back on his shit because you a movie star, brother. If you watching this, man, we ain't speaking right now just because I don't speak to people when they not being 100% genuine. But I know when you're on that money move is crazy. I still fuck with you, Island. My daughter is still your I ain't gonna say goddaughter, bitch, because you ain't been around long enough. But that's your niece. But he's such a movie star. Like I was just in awe of him for a few days because I was like, this personality, like I was like, nigga's built for movies. I was like, I know he's been famous before. He's done something, and the fact that this was his first time in front of a camera was crazy. He ate up the camera. Like he just moved like a star. I just love his attitude. He taught me to be like more like outwardly and don't care what the next person thinks. Because I'm more of an empath, and he more like fuck what the next person thinks. Us, you know what I mean? He helps me with that. Us over everybody. I'd be like, okay, facts.
Well,
and those people usually get farther in life,
because he used to run track or something like that, didn't he?
Yes, Track Boy. That's his name. His name was Track Boy Jameson.
Yeah,
he's a star. Yeah, his thighs. That boy in shape. He a monster. He got potential. A lot of these guys on this show, they have potential. They just needed to lock down. They misguided. Me being one of them. Like even Trizzy. Like I don't care if y'all guys are like OnlyFans. You think the world will only accept you for this? Just remember, some of the most famous people got OnlyFans. Some of them, it's people who are the mayors now that used to be stars. Like life is what you make. You can never make me feel bad for needing money and doing what I wanted to / needed to at a time. But yeah, I just want to let people know you can elevate whenever.
That is a good point. It do feel like a lot of the people own Zeus anyway. It's like I can see them like doing like countless other things. Like you
feel me? So much.
It's a stepping stone.
And we get so tied in to wanting to come back to another show. Like, but I can't blame them because when we wrapped up the Bobby show, it was like season 2, clap it up for season 2. We bring some of y'all back. We're going to run it back. And they just be lying. And then I see how they did Bad Boys the same way. So we'd be dumb to expect we about to get another Bobby show. And they don't even give a fuck about Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Like, so I say Zeus, y'all unorganized. Give people more than 2 shows to watch at a time. Y'all can do it. I seen it. Y'all can do it. Y'all just like to drink and party so much.
They definitely go. But I always say like sometimes it'd be like I don't want to say like a mediocre million, but sometimes people get comfortable. It's like, okay, well I'm making millions like doing this. I'm not gonna get the extra push.
Thank you.
Pushing that down.
Exactly. That's why Lemmy he's doing like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Lemmy, he knows this is the baddie network. Like they here to see the baddies, nothing else. Like everything else is cool, but his ratings go through the roof when it's Natalie popping her shit with Scotty, Anna, and them. And I don't blame him.
Yeah. Real quick, were you there that episode when Natalie popped up and gave him the chain?
I was not. I don't think I was. No. But Natalie, she was in and out the house a lot.
Did you meet her?
I wasn't there that night, I don't think.
Did you meet her? How was Natalie?
She was cool. I like Natalie. Okay. I understand these people. Like Jocelyn and Natalie, I see why people hate them because they make you hate them. They was like, if you don't hate me, I'm not doing my job, baby. You feel me? Like, if I'm not pissing you off, got you yelling at.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, we're back. We low-key had that Natalie voodoo. Natalie said, do not be talking about me without a check.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's why I like her. Their whole premise is to make them, hate you. Jocelyn, and when I met Jocelyn, she's so much like a Scorpio. She walked around back. We was all chilling at the table at like nighttime, 9 p.m. at the house at the mansion. She just snuck up at the end of the table. I'm just sipping like my juice, just look over, and Jocelyn just standing there by herself, no security, just looking at us like, yeah, what's up, mother? So she was like, well, she was like, y'all get one chance, don't blow it. She said, do this shit. She said, y'all see how I took this shit and took it to the next level. And the next, she wasn't on her Jocelyn movie shit and being nose snarling, growled up.
Yeah.
She was talking just like this, like, you feel me? Like, you gotta quit. Plus, she said, if y'all ready to go from the 0 to just giving us that reality show pep talk, but not knowing Zeus was gonna drop the ball with the show, but it was all good. It was all good.
Yeah.
I just wanted a part 2 and bring me back because Bobby went on interviews talking about Soul can come back for number 2.
I do remember that.
Yeah, he was talking to Armand. I'm like, yeah, bring me back, bitch. Like, but if he don't get a show, they can't bring me back.
Yeah, and then plus I feel like now they're moving to Eric Camino's show, so
all right, come on,
we'll see.
It's all good. And Jonathan never got a show. Come on.
Oh yeah, Jonathan never got a show.
He was supposed to get The Right Way, the show. They told him he was gonna have a show called The Right Way, but so much they could do. I guess.
I wonder if it's because they're like not necessarily exiting out like the Bad Boys and Upload stuff, but like
type shit. I think so, but that's crazy. They use Jonathan like that. But hey, whatever.
I think right now their attention is the baddies. Like
period. That's the baddie network. That's why I tell them everything else. It's just the baddie network right now.
Yeah. Well, so I do appreciate you coming on here doing this interview. Hey man, we're at the end. Let the people know what was life like after Bobby, where they can find you. What's next? Like, hey, tell them where you can find Soul at.
Okay, yes indeed. You can find me everywhere as Soul the CEO. I'm on YouTube here and I'm on Instagram too. My Twitter, y'all don't want to see that. But anyway.
The Twitter is NSFW right now. So you're going to have to
be work, gang. We ain't doing no shout outs here. If you find it, you're lucky. But after the show, it was great. I was getting booked. I was able to step out my shell. Zeus Network was definitely a platform that took me from thinking I was an introvert to like just letting me spread my wings. A lot of us, we're not introverted. We just need a little money and freedom. You know what I mean? And we need some comrades that'll help us come outside the box. And we'll notice that a lot of us we're not hermits. We just don't have no money and we're a little scared of what's happening outside.
Would you ever do like a Bobby I Love You reunion? Like, you link up with the people from the cast and like, turn up, collab, whatever, like.
Definitely. I tried to do that for my birthday. Like I had bought some stuff and I hooked up, got the yachts and stuff. I was like, whoever can make it to Miami, come on. But I have to remember everybody's not in the same financial situation. So sometimes I have to just be like, damn. But when I get this bag, like I'm working on a bigger bag. I would like, if I had the resources, I would fly them all out to a house just so we could kick it and talk about the old days. Like that's what kind of person I am. But yes, I would do that.
Because it seems like what you're saying, you guys had like a lot of fun times just in the downtime.
Yeah.
Like
we got I jumped in the ocean off the yachts with these people. We went in clubs. They fought. Like some of these people were really truly scared and fighting after these. They were fighting. And they was coming to me, consoling, getting real life advice. Because a lot of people don't know about a routine, a life that's drug free, drama free. I don't fight. I don't do drugs. I smoke my weed. I don't be outside. Like I'm in the house by 9, 10. Like unless I'm booked, we don't do that. So when people they try to, I want y'all to know like we don't have to have fun every day to live a fulfilled life.
Yeah, and that is a wise word. And you heard it here first. If they bring Bobby I Love You back for a season 2,
please
contact us. I do got a question. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Jocelyn's Cabaret come back for like a season 6. And she does this thing where, I'm going to mix it up. I want to do a cabaret with not only girl cabaret dancer, but I also want to do, with some men cabaret dancer.
And she liked me. She liked me when I did the dance in front of her. She kept saying and I like you. You my favorite. She said I was the favorite out the whole night. So I should have won the competition. But I didn't get all hands-on with Bobby and stuff because Jocelyn was right there. I was like, I love Jocelyn. Like, fuck Bobby. I want to rub Jocelyn.
But would you do a boys cabaret with Jocelyn Hernandez?
All day.
Okay,
all day. That would be fun. That would be, we need to pitch that to her and get some signatures.
Yeah, so Jocelyn, if you see this, because Jocelyn, she cool people. She follow me on IG. Jocelyn, if you see this.
Oh, shit.
Make it happen. What's
up. Please, Jocelyn, you know me. I'm your favorite. Let's do it. I'm a little stopped up. I'm a little under the weather if I sound stuffy too.
Oh no, you sound fine. All right, so well, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you guys so much for having me. We have Soul here today, and you'll see you guys in our next videos. All right.
All right now.
All right, say bye to people, Soul.
All right, y'all. Popular Party out.
Bye.
Yeah.